Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at www.dbcheftv.com.
Good evening and welcome back to another episode of Brunch with the Fellas. Happy New Year. I'm your host, Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV. Always with mi primo, el señor temperado de frío, aka Cold Seasons. And it's always good to be back in the building. How you feeling, Big Cuz?
Feeling good, man. You know, new year, same old stuff. But yeah, I did love the intro. That's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And happy new year to the viewers. You know,
Absolutely, to everybody out there. We got a fantastic show for y'all tonight. Before we get into it, make sure to smash that like button, share the content, and also subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Brunch with the Fellas. Don't forget, y'all, we still got 20% off all merch right now at the DB Chef TV gift shop. Link is in the description. That sale is going on until January 5th, 2026. And then also don't forget to check out 1016 160 Self-Sustainability by Ali Dawood at www.bksoulfarm.com. Go get it. Get you one, get you two, get you three of them. We appreciate it. And like we say, if money's tight, it's all right. Just go ahead and smash the like. Some free love. Show us some free love. And we're going to love y'all back. So let's get into these topics tonight. So we got the Keefe D murder trial update. You know, if you've been somewhere under a rock, everybody been paying attention to the Diddy trial and all that. And he was in 50 Cent's recent documentary. You know, they highlighted Keefe D's role or alleged role or whatever the case may be. So he's still on trial, y'all. He's still going through some stuff. So what we're going to try and do is go be nosy, go see what he got going on. Right? Hell going on with Keefe D.
right?
So now, number two, we're going to move to a story that where a guy was wrongly convicted and he was ordered to pay back a meal to the state. And it's going to break down a lot of different details about that. And we're going to chop it up and get into that after the clip. And then third and final, last but never least, tonight, y'all, we got Seasons and Chef top 10 hip-hop quotes of all time. So we're going to run through that and have fun with that, you know, because Seasons quotes is probably real whack, but the chef is going to reign supreme. So it's kind of like our own versus tonight.
Yeah, we gonna see about that.
You know, so just to spice it up, I'm popping off a little bit on Big Cuz, you know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and jump into these clips, y'all.
He thinks that he is scot-free, that he has immunity from everything, and he decides to write a book. And in his book, he talks about his career as head of the Crips gang, but he also talks about his role in Tupac's murder. That, not his proffer agreement, but his own story, his own book, got him indicted.
Okay, real quick, Cold Seas, like, a lot of people was wondering about that. Like, why was the police even messing with him, you know, bothering him? That's how people was looking at it. They was looking at it like they bothering him because, you know, everybody don't get we don't always get all the information up front. Right. A lot of people aren't criminals, so they don't know what a proffer agreement is, even how it breaks it down. and they're not even gonna take the time to say, "Hey Siri, hey Google, hey Alexa, explain a proper agreement to me in layman's terms, or Chat GP it, or GPT it, or whatever."
Right.
So that was the district attorney right there that just said that's the evidence that they using, that they think they have a strong enough case to be able to
his own words,
put him in trial, right?
Yeah.
So that's why Keefe jammed up right now and talking, running his mouth basically. What's my man name? He say Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer, and he always had the hats and it say stop self snitching.
Yeah.
I guess Keefe ain't get the hat.
He didn't get the hat. He didn't get the hat. He should have. I don't know. I think he should have just kept quiet on it, on all that. And, if you did something like that, you probably just want to lay low. You better lay low,
right. But he wrote a whole book, a tell-all. Like this. So the irony of this shit is like you write a tell-all, telling all the shit on yourself, and then they come back and now they...
Right, and I don't think murder has a statute of limitations on it neither. So
it does not.
That's it's kind of crazy. But that's kind of like the new wave now, man. A lot of people that's getting caught up, they're getting caught up online, their own self-destruction. They have no self-preservation at all, so that's the way they're rolling. But he a little too old for that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's get back into the clip though.
Yes, sir.
Over 29 years after the high-profile murder of rap icon Tupac Shakur, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis stands accused of orchestrating the hit. Davis confessed to his alleged involvement in 2009, but it was under a so-called proffer agreement, which protects suspects from criminal prosecution. However, investigators say Davis stepped outside that agreement by confessing to the crime in interviews and in his memoirs called Compton Street Legend. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve Wolford. Now, attorneys for Davis are contesting evidence collected by police during what they call an unlawful search of his home 2 years ago. News 3's George Acosta has been going through the newly filed court documents and joins us now in studio with more. George.
Well, yes, Steve, within this nearly 30-page long court filing, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis and his attorneys are challenging the validity of a July 2023 search warrant of Davis's home, citing several reasons as to why they believe evidence obtained from that search should be suppressed and not used in the trial connecting Davis to the 1996 killing of Tupac Shakur.
That search warrant contained a nighttime clause, which is curious. You've got a case that's nearly 30 years old, yet you have this 24-hour nighttime search, this 24-hour authorization.
Davis's attorneys who spoke with media outlets back in August say the motion to dismiss evidence was just one of several filings they planned to execute at the time.
Anytime you have a cold case, obviously there's concerns. There's degradation of evidence, loss of witness testimony. We anticipate challenging this case on those grounds as well.
Now, within the newly filed motion submitted Monday, Davis's legal counsel highlights what they claim to be insufficient reasonings as to why a nighttime search warrant of Davis's home was needed and evidently executed after nearly 3 decades had passed since the September 1996 killing of Shakur. And while Davis's attorneys seek to suppress the evidence found,
everything. We understand that there was rounds of ammunition found, which it's our position had nothing to do with this case whatsoever. There was a great deal of documents that were taken.
They further argued the search warrant was based on flawed claims, using statements previously issued by Davis as evidence, citing what his attorneys claimed to be contradicting evidence of Davis's statements claiming he had been in the front passenger seat of the vehicle from which Shakur had been shot.
These statements that he made will be addressed. The context in which those statements were made will be addressed.
In the meantime, Davis's attorneys are asking for a judge to either suppress the evidence or for that judge to hold an evidentiary hearing challenging the affidavit.
At the end of the day, it's results, and we're seeking obviously results that are beneficial to our client. We anticipate giving him the very best defense available and that we can provide.
Now, a hearing for that motion to suppress the evidence is scheduled for January 6th. Now, that is all followed by a jury trial, which is scheduled to begin in August. But for now, reporting in studio, George Acosta, News 3.
All right, thank you, George. In September, Davis was sentenced to 16 to 40 months in prison on separate charges. Authorities say while he was being escorted to his unit at the Clark County Detention Center last December, Davis got into a fight with another inmate. He was found guilty of battery following a 2-day trial in April and given credit for 7 months of time already served at his sentencing.
Keefe D whooped somebody's ass.
Yeah, he whipped somebody's ass, but he damn sure walked in the courtroom looking like a Herman. Not a Keefe D. Looking like man, he looked like he was a Herman. Like, look at Herman, man. Look at Herman. Yeah, but they gonna probably get him hemmed up on it. One of the things that they said that his statements were for entertainment purposes for financial gain and not self-omission. So they saying that it was meant for entertainment purpose, and he was making money off of it. So he was just saying those things. He didn't mean it. And also they did grant him $750,000 bail. He came up with the $750,000 bail, but they didn't release him on it because they questioned where the money came from. And that's been a fight that he's been fighting back and forth. They want to make sure it's legitimate money, so
if you broke, where you get it from?
Right. Yeah. So Keefe D, he lived his whole life and pretty much waited to the end no, not really. He didn't get caught until the end. So and he right there. He Herman his way on through the jail, man.
But he told on himself though, like
he really did.
He told on himself. January 6th, they said is when they will the evidence that they're trying to get removed, what they're petitioning the court for, if it will be I think it's a hearing for it. And who knows if they will allow it then or not, but maybe that's the hearing for it. They may hear it just to find out if they're going to decide on it.
Right, and they're trying to bring his nephew down with him on that too. His nephew, Orlando Anderson, I think he was the one that was involved in the fight that night.
Yeah, he's transitioned though, man.
Oh, he did? I thought they said they're trying to.
Yeah, the nephew, the one who they actually saying pulled the trigger.
Okay, yeah, that's
he deceased.
Orlando Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, do say right here, following his death. Yeah, he died May 1998.
Yeah.
In Compton, in a shooting.
Yeah. Baby Lane. So rest in peace to all of them, man. Baby Lane, Tupac, all the brothers that have died because we haven't been able to have communication and be able to resolve our issues without, people dying. So it's a sad thing plaguing the community. But we're gonna keep y'all posted on what Keefe D got going on. And because they did have him in the Diddy documentary too. And it was mainly about this stuff, mainly about his role in the Tupac, but with the way it's depicted in the documentary, that he had been dealing with Puffy, and they was all tied together with it. So
yeah, Puff, he was definitely spread all over the place.
to say the least.
Digital Underground, he got around.
Yeah,
he got around, did he? He
spread it all around. Yeah. He spread it all around.
Yeah,
he did.
Emphasis on the spread.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Oh man,
crazy man. But let's go ahead and jump into this next one real quick.
Let's do it.
Man who spent a quarter century behind bars for a murder he was wrongfully convicted of has now been ordered to repay more than $1 million to the state. It is part of a Court of Appeals decision after a separate lawsuit paid him more than $7 million. This is a story I have been following for years. Back in 2017, our cameras were rolling as Desmond Ricks learned he would be released from prison. And today I talked with his former attorney and a state lawmaker in response to this latest move by judges.
For roughly 25 years, Desmond Ricks was an inmate in state prison where he always maintained his innocence for the crime of murder. And then in 2017, a judge ordering his release, finding he had been wrongfully.
Cause he did 25 and he ain't even do it. Let's start with that part. He did a quarter century and he ain't even do it.
I mean, I know you can't imagine, but imagine sitting there all them years and you know you're innocent, and you just there, you just stuck. Like that shit's crazy, and nothing you really can do about it except for have somebody on the outside fight for you. Terrible.
You know, so this is.
And what was the crime again?
This is where I'm cool. You know, with the liberal community, with your people, damn. Being so pro prison reform, because that is horrible to be 20. Like, I don't even know how old this brother is now. Okay.
Yeah. Well, jail preserve you and keep you from looking all rough and shit.
Jail preserves you. You just said Keefe D looked like Herm the Worm.
Man,
he don't look preserved.
Man, he just went to jail. He jumped out the pickle jar.
He jumped out the pickle jar.
Yeah, man. His whole thing is stress because he done lived his whole life out there living. He was living a rough life. But people that get locked up at a young age and spend a lot of time in prison, they age pretty well. You know, they be probably a little bit more healthy, probably.
Man. I guess, but 25 years though is a long time when you're talking about technology changing, when you're talking about fashion and culture changing, when you're talking about seeing your children, if you had children when you go in, like they grown. You know, we talking about hugs and spending times and you know, things that people, it's a difference like when you're in the military and you missing birthdays, or you got a real, you work on an oil rig, or, you know, you going in the shipyard somewhere overseas contracting, or you a military contracting.
You're free. You're still free.
You know, like it's different when you missing that, but then you sitting in the cage. You ain't even do it. And you still missing all them things.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean it's a terrible thing, and you know some of the conditions that they be in, you know, or fights that they may have to deal with, and you know stuff like that, and having to make that place your home, and you shouldn't be there. I mean, I want to finish watching the rest of it because I'm trying to see how the hell he owed him money. Honestly. I heard in the beginning they said something about they gave him I don't know, $4 million.
When he got out, the state gave him $1 million.
Okay.
They gave him $50,000 for every year that he was in for 25 years. So it was like 1 point something.
Okay, so
convicted.
He got back pay. That's some bullshit.
You know, with it, where they look at it like, this is what you probably would have earned.
Right.
You know, which is shitty. It's like, oh yeah, you look like a $50,000 type of individual. Like how you know?
You don't know what that man could have been.
You know what I'm saying?
He could have been a $50,000 a day type of guy. You know what I'm saying? You just don't.
Legitimately, he could have been.
He was robbed of everything, bro.
Rocket scientist, you know, like
everything.
Could have been a trader of, you know,
a president.
A president. I don't know about the president, but you know,
you say I don't know. Why you don't know about the president, man?
Man,
the man could have been the president.
It's deeper than rap. It's deeper than rap.
He could have. That man could have been the president. That man could have been the president.
It's deeper than rap. It's deeper than rap. But I think that capping him at $50,000 is limiting. You know, like I guess it's cool. You know. That you get something better than nothing.
Yeah.
Right. But
better than nothing.
You know, but to just be like 50 grand though, man, like, and and all of the trauma that you had to suffer to go through in them cages, man, and going through all that.
Right, because you cannot take that $50,000 and go buy that time back.
You know,
Can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
the whole experience, like you can't erase it. It's all in your head.
Right.
You know. So yeah, we get back to it.
Ricks was among those who received $50,000 a year for every year of incarceration under the state's Wrongful Imprisonment Compensation Act, also known as WICA. For Ricks, it amounted to $1.25 million from the state.
Desmond Ricks endured the worst kind of harm and suffering you can imagine.
One of his attorneys at the time was Wolf Mueller.
25 years in a cage for a crime he did not commit. The compensation under the state, which was $1.25 million, doesn't come close to the harm that he suffered.
Ricks then won over $7.5 million in a lawsuit against the city of Detroit that accused the detectives on his case of corruption. That's when the state wanted him to repay their $1.25 million to the WICA fund. The law requires that payback is done if a third party issues compensation. In the case of Ricks, it was the city of Detroit. Ricks sued to keep the WICA money, but the state court said he could not keep it.
This was a bipartisan bill.
State Senator Joe Bellino from Monroe says the matter is more involved than simply paying out WICA funds to those wrongfully convicted and moving on. To be specific, after the state's fund ran low years ago, he says it's been even more critical to get money returned in the event Ricks and others also wrongfully convicted file suits against municipalities and police agencies and win.
There's no way in the world I would vote to let someone get that money and then get $7.5 million or whatever this person got in a law settlement. The state is not a huge bucket where people should be able to double dip every time there's a mistake made.
In this case, Rick's lawsuit was against the city of Detroit and two officers and accused them of
You pause that for a
falsifying
second.
evidence involving bullets back in
You
'92.
pause that joint for a second. Now, listen, that's not double dipping. The law that they have there is with the WICA. I think that's what they called it, for
That's
people
right.
that was wrongfully convicted. And you got to pay people for robbing them all that time. Him going back and suing the state after doing that, that's not double dipping. You see what I'm saying? And actually, he won $7 million. So that means the state didn't give him enough money in the first place. You see what I'm saying? So the WICA thing is like an insurance company paying you a settlement so that you don't go to court. You see what I'm saying? And that's all that was. And they always gonna lowball you on it. So they saying we can take this program, the WICA program for the wrongly convicted. We can throw this money at them, and hopefully we won't get sued for the shit we did. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't really sue the state for what they did. He sued the detectives for the way they handled the case and won.
The city, right? He sued the city and the police department. But the state is gonna make the rules, right? So
Right.
when they made their payout rules, I'm almost certain that's how this goes. All right. Somebody dropped the ball on this though, because somebody didn't read that bit, that fine print when he got that money. Okay. His counsel didn't counsel him correctly when he got that money. And not saying that it's right that the state should, but the state wrote it. And the state got that fine print that say, when we give you this, you're agreeing to not sue us.
Yeah, so it probably
that's
wasn't in there in the terms of
It is
of
in
doing
there.
it.
It is in there because
So that's why he had to pay it back.
okay, because what the contract says is if the state says is okay, we owe you this money because we made a clerical issue. Right? That's what they basically saying. We owe you this money because we made a clerical issue. All right. We dropped the ball. So now, in order for you to take the money that we gonna give you though for it, you have to agree not to sue us for a larger amount, you know?
Right.
All right. And if you sue someone else, a third party, then you have to give us our money back. Because you can't take this money and go sue a third party and keep it. So that was in the verbiage. That's in the bill. That's the only reason why that senator can stand up there and pop that shit the way he popping it, because
It's written.
it's the law already for the state.
And then, you know, at the same time to get the what was it, 1.5 or whatever it was, the million that they gave him, and then they get awarded 7. Nigga, get a 1.5 back. But the way I would do it, Pearl, I would rent 37 Brinks trucks and fill them bitches up with pennies, and I would drop it off down there.
You go pay it in pennies.
Imma pay it in pennies. Imma have dump trucks just
Look,
drop it in the parking lot. Y'all come out here and get this shit. I
you
brought your money back to you. All
you know
1
somebody
million.
did that. You don't make pennies no more though. That's gonna be difficult. But you know somebody did that, and then the state will put around. Somebody did that with some taxes one time.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen at the
And
window. They did it at the window and they brought them the wheelbarrow in that bitch.
right, but they was contemplating some type of counting fee to charge them with, you know, some like real shit.
But you want your money. You didn't say how I had to
But
bring
the
it back
sta-
to you.
right,
You
but
know,
the
I
state
think
will
now
be
they
like,
do in
the
some
state
states.
will
They
be
got,
like, okay, you ain't read the fine print. We already knew that it was gonna be characters like you that was gonna come in here
I'm
with
coming. Yeah.
with a barrel of pennies. So there is a processing fee that we have if you come in here and pay it like that. You know,
Yeah.
because they got to either wrap them or somebody got to count them to make sure it's accurate, right? So they're gonna
Yeah.
charge you to do that. So it's
Well,
just like
7 million, I'm paying the fee. Y'all coming to the parking
get
lot and
them
getting all
folks
them
their
damn
money,
pennies.
man. Like
Yeah.
end of the
Yeah.
day, get them folks their money. And I do think the law needs to be changed, though. You know,
Right.
I do think the law needs to be changed because just because people dropped the ball and made a clerical issue, like it removes the state from penalty
Yeah.
in
And
that
that's
event.
that's the whole purpose of the wicker. You know what
You
I'm
know,
saying? Like they underpaying people. If they gonna give you a million and some change, and but if you sue them, you get 7 million. That mean they ain't giving you enough money for the time that they robbed you from. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I do think that he should just go ahead and give him that money, nigga. You came out on top, okay, brother. You came out on top. Even you did some time for it, but you came out on top, man. They got 7 million,
I don't
6
know,
million now.
but the state should give wrongfully convicted people their settlement and that be their settlement without any other type of repayment. It should be that they just give it to them because that's compensation. You know, like we messed up. And then what they should want to do is they should make sure that they prosecute more effectively and they don't have these clerical issues and these mishaps with the detective work and state agencies and the agencies working with each other to make it be consequences on if you got crooked law enforcement, then they just crooked. All
Right.
right. But if you got people that's just being lazy, you know, then what happens is now attorneys can turn that shit into some type of crooked behavior or just negligence. And either way, you still get to sue the city. You
Right.
still get, you know.
But
So
did you hear in the report where he turned around and said, it's critical to collect this money back because the funds are starting to run low, right?
yeah,
Not word for word. That means y'all paying out a lot of wrongfully convicted people.
that part.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
That part, yeah, cause and
That's
that's
crazy.
why I say like if they don't have to pay it back, it's like because it take them off the hook. So if they didn't have to, if they weren't able to get their monies back after someone sued a third party, a city or another insurance or whoever they sued that was involved that played a role in the wrongful incarceration, if the state didn't have to pay them back, then that will cause the state officers to work more effectively, you know, because because now it's gonna hit your pockets. Right now, it don't, you know, and like everybody move different when some shit about to hit their pockets.
Definitely.
You know, they still a business. You know, so it would just make so much more sense if they would for you know for the wrongfully convicted. But
Right. Right.
who needs accountability when there's none? That shit crazy. But jumping into Our third topic of tonight, y'all. We got Seasons and Chef top 10 hip hop quotes. And we're going to go ahead and jump into that, y'all. Make sure to smash that like button. Also share the content and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Brunch with the Fellas. Let's go ahead and jump into Seasons top 10 hip hop quotes. So first up, we got Kanye West, Gold Digger 2005.
That's right.
How it go?
And when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl. Get down, girl. Go ahead, get down.
Okay. And why is that one on there?
Because I say it because anywhere you go, if the song is played, when you get to that part, everybody say it. White girls, black girls, white men, black men. When he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl.
Okay. Is it true?
Not with everybody, but I've seen it happen a whole lot. I've seen it happen a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, and from all walks of life, from the brokest guy up to the richest guy.
Up to the richest.
Yeah.
From the brokest to the richest. They love the
Put it like this. It's trending. It's
Okay.
trending. You know, it's trending. I love my black women, so I mean, I don't think I will ever trend there, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I do think it's very, very, very true. And I think a lot of times people do put themselves in some crazy ass positions to navigate that in that direction when they do it, you know. And not saying nothing wrong with it. It's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Nothing at all. Nothing. But you know, I just think people put themselves out there sometimes.
And when he get on, they leave your ass for a white girl. Let's go to the second one. What else we got here? We got Dr. Dre.
Used to be
Dre
my
Day.
homie, used to be my ace. Now I want to slap the taste out your mouth. That's as far as I want to go. But then make you bow down to the road. Fucking me. Now I'm fucking you, little hoe.
Dr. Dre Day 1992.
Dre Day, baby. Yeah, 1992. Yes, sir.
1999 deuce in this mug. Okay,
That's right.
what you know, why is this all time right here? Why is this all time?
Because it was to me it was the pinnacle of rap beef, interstate rap beef, just a beef between California, and that was Dre and Eazy-E, and even in the joint he said stomping on the easiest streets that you can walk on. You know what I'm saying? So it just to me it was one of the punchlines of the song that echoed through the hip hop community when it came out.
That's a cool answer though. I think you got a homie that you want to smack in the face right now.
Shit, if I want to smack him, he ain't my homie. You know what I'm saying? He ain't my homie.
Bow
And
down to the rope. Oh
yeah,
no.
he ain't my homie, but I will smack him.
He ain't your homie, but you
Yeah,
smack
if I
him.
want to smack somebody, they not my homie. You know what I'm saying? So
I know that's right.
you know,
All right,
right.
let's go to the next one.
I don't. Oh,
We got Jay-Z Takeover 2001. How it go?
we don't believe you. You need more people. And then, so I did two of them. We don't believe you. You need more people. And then another part of it was, you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. So once again, this goes into a beef, just like New York. I mean, just like LA. This was a New York beef. You know, it was the beef between Jay-Z and Nas. To me, it was one of the greatest rap beefs out there. You know what I'm saying? As far as the response from both of them, I'm glad nobody got hurt, nobody died, none of that shit like that. But it was a great thing. If someone's saying something to me, you know, I'm at work or something, or just random stuff, I might tell a person, I don't believe you. You need more people. I literally use that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's part of my shit. Um, and then you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. Yeah, that's pretty dope. You know, so and that in that song Takeover, I think everybody listen to it, they heads bob, and I think they pick up very heavily on those two parts of the song.
I got you. Jay-Z Nas beef was the most trash beef in hip hop, the weakest beef in hip hop, and Nas killed your man.
I think it went back and forth. I don't.
Killed your man.
I think it was almost a tie. You know,
course,
Nas absolutely surprised me with how resilient he was and how much he stood up. And I think if Nas would have
respect on Nasir's name, man.
Yeah, I think if Nas would have folded, it would have probably hurt his career a little bit. But it didn't hurt him at all. If anything, it made him stronger. So yeah, shout out to Nas, man.
Sound like a real Jay-Z guy.
Yeah, you know, Hov, man, Hovey my nigga, man, Jigga my nigga. You know, so yeah.
All right, so we got 50 Cent, 21 Questions, dropped in 2003.
I love you like a fat kid love cake. I'm only human, girl. We make mistakes. Give it up and do whatever it takes. But anyway, I love you like a fat kid love cake. You know what I'm saying? It's universal. That one right there echoes around the world. You know, I think anyway, you know, I haven't been to Zimbabwe to see if they saying the shit or not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure, you know, it's a quote that's just out there. You know what I'm saying?
You don't
That's
think
all
it's
I
a
got.
little insulting?
Man,
Nice
shit.
to call people fat.
Hey man, if you listen to rap, the shit is insulting. You know what I'm saying? The shit is insulting. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you can go to church and listen to the pastor, and you be like, "Is this nigga talking about me?" You know what I'm saying? So
That's bad. That's bad. Praise Jesus.
Right.
We got
Yeah.
50 Cent in the Club 2003.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. Like Banks told me, go ahead and switch your style up. If niggas hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. And that was what was that? In the Club, right?
That
Yeah,
was
in the Club.
2003. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I really didn't come on with the answers of why all of them great. It's just these are the ones when I picked them. I'm like, yo, I think you know this is one of them right here. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a good line. I think it's a good line. That's all I got on that one.
Yeah, this one of my favorite too, though. Definitely. Because people be hating. But it's okay. You can switch it up. All right. We got Lil Wayne, Lollipop, 2008. What'd he say?
Yeah, safe sex is great sex. Better wear a latex. Cause you don't want to get the latex that I think I'm latex.
Talk about it. Why? Why?
Bro.
It's hip hop of all time. Why?
Man, yo.
Why? This
The
sounds like that
man-
hit a nerve. That sounds like that was personal.
No, that his wordplay, man. You know what I'm saying? His wordplay and metaphors, you know, especially the older, the little bit younger Wayne and coming up. You know, last few years he kind of got on some other shit. But that right there, that was a great line. I think it's one of the greatest lines, honestly.
Of all in rap history?
I will put that right there in the top 10. You know, I will put it in the top.
I mean, it's in your top 10.
It's in my top. Okay, and then the disclaimer. My top 10. This was to me. This was a hard assignment. Because it is so much out there. You know, you just gotta dig and see what you take a swing at it. See if you get a hit.
Okay, so now we swinging right over to the Notorious B.I.G. Bed-Stuy with Juicy, 1994.
If you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Do or die bed style.
Yes. And yeah, I ain't gotta put too much on it. I think that right there is you know, is engraved in hip hop. You know, it's engraved in people's minds. It's I think anybody that listened to Big or either bought one of his albums, you might not even bought one of his albums, but you said that shit right there. If you don't know, now you know, nigga. You know very well. But anyway, yeah, that's what I got on that one. B.I.G. Rest in peace, B.I.G.
Rest in peace to Notorious. Then we got Tupac. Keep Your Head Up, 1993.
They got money for war, but can't feed the poor.
Talk about it.
It's still going. Look outside. Look outside. It's still going on to this day. And what was it, 1993? Yeah, still going on to this day. So, I don't think, you know, nothing really changed on that. I just believe that's a true, like, heartfelt one that's even bigger than if you don't know, now you know, I don't believe you need more people. To me, this right here speaks to a worldly issue that that I know with our country, we'll bomb the shit out of somebody, but won't feed motherfuckers. You know,
We might drop some aid out of a plane out the back. You know,
we did, but that stopped on January of this year when they dismantled USAID. So we're not even giving humanitarian relief to nobody no more. So it's kind of crazy.
Oh, cool. Maybe we can get some of that money. Maybe blacks in America can get some humanitarian relief.
Yeah, they can drop one right in my cul-de-sac. You know what I'm saying? And I take it.
For sure. All right. So then we got The Lox, Money, Power, and Respect, 1998.
Yeah, Money, Power, Respect. You know, big up The Lox, Jada, and all them. Styles, Chic, Lil Kim on that one. That joint right there. I didn't pick a actual quote from nowhere in the verses, you know, but the song "Money, Power, and Respect" itself. It just, to me, it just reigns supreme. I don't think anybody that, now unless you get a phone call or it's just late or something. I think if that song came on, you're going to play it and you're going to say money, power, respect is key to life. Money, power, respect, treat you right. You're going to do all that. So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites, and I still rock that joint to this day.
No diz out. The Lox, Money, Power, and Respect, 1998. And then we got Nelly, Country Grammar.
Let me in
Triple
now.
Low.
Let me in now. Let me in now. Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in now. I say that's a great hit because I've been to a lot of white weddings and shit. And they really they love Nelly. You know what I'm saying?
They love Nelly. We love Nelly too.
Yeah,
what you talking about? We love Mo.
Right. But at the weddings, I mean at the weddings, you know what I'm saying? They really, that's in the playlist. It can be in the barn or a chapel.
So they just got that pop touch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes on to that they sing it out. Let me in now. Let me in now. Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in now. Especially, you know, now with Trump being president and everything, some of them put a extra emphasis on Donald Trump when they say it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I think that's one for the world there, right there.
Yeah, and it ain't like Country Grammar ain't no fire ass song though.
Nah, man, no. So it's not. I wasn't talking no kind of shit about Nelly at all. You know what I'm saying? Nelly dope. Did some really dope.
He should be here in your whack ass top 10.
Did some dope. I could have choose a different something different for Nelly, but you know, I just chose that one to wrap it up. I think me and you was up chatting, and so I said, man, throw Nelly in there, man. Let me get the Nelly.
Yeah, you put him in there. You put him in there. You definitely put him in there. No doubt. So let's Let's grab Chef's top 10 hip hop quotes. Let's go into it. Let's go ahead and jump into it real quick. What we got? So off top, we got Rakim, the God, aka the God MC. I ain't no joke from 1980 Sham. I'm just an addict, addicted to music. Maybe it's a habit. I gotta use it. Even if it's jazz or the quiet storm, I hook a beat up, convert it into hip hop form.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just an addict, addicted to music. Maybe it's a habit. I gotta use it.
That's his drug.
Even if it's jazz or the quiet storm, people don't even be knowing about, like, I be playing jazz, well, just cooling, family, you know? And I think I was having a conversation with Ali when we on Cigar Sundays Live when we did the word hip hop.
Shout out Ali.
And that was just like one of the main things that we was talking about, how hip hop, the inception of it came from the jazz, the break beats, you know, from sampling the records. And jazz was that thing that like was there before we had the funks. And you know, it's crazy, man. It's like jazz is our thing for real.
Yeah.
You know, I hook a beat up, convert it into hip hop form. Me even telling you, I'm taking something from something pure, making something pure, putting a remix on it. You know, adding more flavor to it. I'm taking some chicken and seasoning it up. You know, we ain't even cook it yet.
Hey, you remember when the radio used to about to go off at night, or even they about to go into their thing, and every night at 12 o'clock on a certain radio station they play the damn Quiet Storm.
Yeah, that Quiet Storm with Melvin Lindsay. Quiet Storm. And that Smokey Robinson song too, though. They did Smokey bad in 2025 though, man. We had to do it. But you know what? Shout out to Smokey though.
Shout out Smokes.
But we got Tupac, Keep Your Head Up, 1990 Trey. And we ain't meant to survive because it's a setup. And even though you're fed up, you gotta keep your head up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And I funk with this so tough because I understand what America is. And this right here was something that would trigger a feeling, a nerve, an emotion if you don't study it, if you don't figure out what America is. And then once you realize it, then you understand, you know, you got to keep your head up, because only thing for you to do is just to be keeping on going forward, whether it's keep your head to the sky, keep your head up to the next level of elevation, you know, stay focused on what you got to do. You know, don't quit on yourself at all. So, yeah, that's my thing right there. Pop, rest in peace. And what we got next right here? We got Scarface, Now I Feel You, 19-9 Trey. I heard my mother say, them streets is gonna kill you. You couldn't have told me nothing back then, but now I feel you. So I remember right before I went to the service, that's the type of conversation I had with my mama, with my mother. And I feel you, baby. Love you for that. Love Scarface for making a song too.
Yeah, we just watched Scarface last night, not the movie. What is it, Tiny Kitchen? Where they go in and they play live or something, like they play live like it's like a bookstore or record store or something. And he had a heck of a performance on there. If
Oh,
you ain't
Tiny
seen
Desk. Tiny Desk.
Tiny Desk.
NPR.
Yeah, NPR. What I said, Tiny Kitchen. My bad, Tiny Desk. I'm sorry. Said Tiny Kitchen.
Nah. Shout out Trick Daddy might do something like that. He might do a tiny kitchen in his restaurant or something. And
Right.
have
Tiny
him come
Kitchen.
with
Yeah.
the Tiny Kitchen. You never
Yeah,
know,
but
man.
his performance was
Something
dope,
with
man. It was so good to see him performing like he loved every minute of it. So
Had them little performances in there with a little band
mhm.
type shit. But yeah, so we got Redman from his album, his debut album in 1992, called What the Album, and we got a song on there called Rated R.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he says, I was rated X, but I flex. So I beat up the devil with a shovel, so he dropped me a level. Ain't that ill? I was rated X, but I flex. I beat up the devil with a shovel, so he dropped me a level.
I remember that. But you a bad man.
All these demons up here. Don't nobody want to beat up the devil with a shovel though.
Yeah, and then dropped him a level.
You know,
Ain't that ill?
Ain't that ill? Look how serious that is. He said, I beat up the devil with a shovel, so he dropped me. He said he beat up the devil and he still ain't win.
Right. Yeah, and that back then,
Ain't
man.
that ill? Ain't that ill? He said he beat up the devil, so he dropped me a level.
Yeah.
If you beat him up, then you should be, you know what I'm saying? He can't do nothing else, right?
Nah, well, I guess if you beat him up, that means you're gonna take his place in hell. So, you might not wanna, beat him too bad.
It means you can't beat the devil.
Mm-hmm.
That's ill.
Ain't that ill?
Ain't that ill? I tell you, man. Who we got next up here? We got the notorious B.I.G. heading back to Bed-Stuy. We got Unbelievable, 1994. Leave no witnesses. What you think this is? Ain't no amateurs here. I damage and tear. MCs fear me. They too near not to hear me. Clearly, I'm the triple beam dream. 1,000 grams of uncut to the gut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Call me evil or unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Crazy. Rest in peace to B.I.G., man.
Rest in peace, Big. Oh, man.
Yeah, then we gotta go down.
I'm so mad I ain't get him on my list.
We gotta go down to the Point, College Park, East Point, Decatur, Old Nat, West Side, Simpson Road, MLK, Adamsville, Mechanicville, Bankhead, Candler Road. What else we got? Glenwood, Campbellton Road. Where else we was at, man? We come on. Andre 3000, a legendary member of the Outkast, ATLiens. Y'all know what it is. My kinfolk. Elevators, 1996. I live by the beat like you live check to check. If you don't move your feet, then I don't eat. So we like neck to neck. That's
I'm gonna listen to that tonight. As soon as we get off, I'm gonna listen to that.
I live by the beat like you live check to check. So if I don't move your feet, then I don't eat. So we like neck to neck. This shit it's so tough because when you take it and break it down, my mind worked a little, funny like that. But I'm looking at it like, man, how else can we correlate this in life. Bruh say, I live by the beat. That's what I do. Like you live check to check. So you got something that you doing to eat too, right? But I gotta move your feet. Or else I ain't gonna eat. But you gotta move your feet too to go get that check.
Move your feet, lose your seat.
So we neck to neck in all of it. Cause I gotta do some action and you gotta do some action. But we both gotta eat. That's crazy, man. Dre one of the illest ever.
He is. He definitely is one of the illest, man. He hip hop legend.
You know,
living legend. I would really like to see him come out with another one, honestly. But I don't know if we can ever get that. I think he just got a star on the Walk of Fame or something like that.
They deserve it. Yeah, I think Outkast did get a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year, 2025.
Yeah, that might be what it is.
To the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's what it is. Yeah, not
sure
the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yep. Shout out to Outkast, the Dungeon Family, Organized Noise, the whole A-Town. We got Nas, The World Is Yours, 1994. Trying to maintain our flip. For the clip to the tip. Picture my peeps not eating can make my heartbeat skip. And I'm amped up. They lock the champ up. Even my brain's in handcuffs.
Headed for Indiana.
Trying to maintain our flip. Fill the clip to the tip. Picture my peeps not eating can make my heartbeat skip. Come on, family. By any means, we're gonna get that chicken.
Bro, I mean, it's like anything Nas is right.
All right. Then you know we got Jigga Man, Hove, Jay-Z. We taking it back to Brooklyn. We taking it to Marcy this time. Jay-Z, Family Feud, off the 444 album, 2017, 2017. He has a line where he says, "What's better than one billionaire? Two, especially if they are from the same hue as you. Y'all stop me when I stop telling the truth."
Yeah.
People don't, but don't nobody want to do the work though. That's it. I love it. You know, it really took Jay till 2017 for me to get a quotable. You might say, damn, that's crazy. But for something that I was just like, that was profound.
You said 2017?
Yeah, for me. That's it. That for me.
That's ludicrous.
I hear you. He didn't make the list though. Even though he got some heat too though.
He do. Shout out Luda.
I got K-Dot, aka Kendrick Lamar. That Fear off his album Damn, I think in 2017. If I could smoke fear away, I roll that mother effer up and take 2 puffs. Why God? Why God?
K-Dot.
If I could smoke fear away, I roll that mother Zaza up. And then I take 2 puffs. Yeah.
Yeah, K is dope.
Fear.
He definitely deserved more quotes. You know. But
and I love it because fear is the biggest enemy that we have, especially within the African American community. All right. And then we got Snoop Dogg, Big Snoop Dogg. Shout out to Snoop, Uncle Snoop, who got some gangster-ish, 1994. And he say, some of these ninjas are Bezals too. And some of these ninjas look just like you.
definitely classic. Definitely classic right there. Yeah. There's definitely one.
So that right there is gonna that's gonna wrap it up. That's gonna wrap it up for me.
You had some good ones, but I mean,
I had some good ones, thank you.
You had some good ones,
I would have to say your list wasn't too shabby either.
Yeah.
But y'all can let us know who had the better list, in the comment section. Let us know who had the better list.
And it was very hard. It really was very hard. I don't think the list, we didn't have enough room, You didn't have enough room.
because I wanted to put Queen Latifah in there, with UNITY. She had just that chorus was
Right.
Was to me like top 10 hip hop quotes. But I mean, we could have made the list longer, but I wanted for us to have on my list something that, like, everybody kind of can get with in the times. It kind of correlate to everybody.
I did notice for the most part we kept it old school.
Yeah,
it was pretty old school. We didn't have the new guys. And I know the new guys got a lot to say. I just hadn't had time to listen to them that much. So
yeah, I mean, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, I'm not even really listening to it, at all. I don't even have no intentions of going to go listen to it. Unless I hear a song and it catch me. Like, cause some of the young cats, I do be, like, I like the Key Glock and Big X the Plug, and if Money Bag do something, and BEO Lil Kenny, he might do something. I listen to a lot of the local artists, when cause they in my algorithm, so they'll pop up.
Right.
And I catch something. But like, I don't go searching for nobody, even when we the NBA YoungBoy, when I just seen like he was doing everything with and listening to NLE Chopper, and seeing that little, like, I guess it was supposed to be a beef or whatever, a little rap battle.
Yeah, I seen the craziness.
Then I went to go listen to a little bit of YoungBoy stuff, and YoungBoy got some stuff, but for the most part, his music. I like some of the records that he have that are ideas about stuff.
Right.
Like his love songs type stuff, and his all the NBA Playboy young boy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could rock with that. But all that other, shooting people up and all the violence and all that, like,
yeah.
It's not my age. It's not
your age. It's not your age range. They lost me kind of like when all the drill music really started to pop. I was like, oh nah, man, I'm not for this shit.
I'm not. I ain't on all them damn drugs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Not like that. Not like for fun.
Right.
Not like to be high. Like, so it ain't relative to what we got going on. So, but but I definitely do see some of the hints of some of the older stuff. Like, looking at our quotes tonight, I do see sprinkles of that stuff right there in some of the young people music.
Right. And I mean that goes to say, even the stuff that we, most of the stuff that our list tonight has samples from, the generation before us or two. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's going, it's going to flow. It's always going to flow through hip hop culture having some old stuff in it from the culture.
Definitely. Definitely. Well, tonight, y'all, we talked about Keefe D's murder trial, and best thing for Keefe D to do is just just keep fighting a good fight, and stop talking. Let your attorneys talk, bro. Like, stop talking. If you get no interviews, if you get the evidence thrown out, then it's cool. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a link to Keefe D's book in the comment section, y'all. So along with this news article, we just gonna put a link to his book down there. So if anybody wanna go check out his book, it's available. We not on no sides or anything, I miss Tupac. It's music, and all of that street stuff and everything that happened. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. So we ain't picking no sides. We don't do nothing like that. Keefe D got a book. So, right now, I don't know if the way it look, if the court is going to proceed with it, then the book is all that man really have in order to come up with some, for whatever, to feed his family, to do whatever he trying to do. So the book will be down there. He ain't asking us to do that. We don't know that, man. We just doing that because, that's the cloth we cut from, man. Our second topic was a wrongfully convicted brother who was ordered to pay back the money. Cole, what you think he should have paid?
Yeah, I mean, after, listening to the story and watching the whole story and everything, he got $1 million, then he sued for $7 million, got the $7 million. They want the $1 million wrongful thing back. So yeah, give him the $1 million back. Hell, he still got 6.
He still got 6, right? So yeah, the state should fix that though. They shouldn't be giving people money and taking it back because they sue somewhere else.
Right.
Like, the state was still at fault.
Absolutely.
They the one who housed them for 25 years.
Right. And I think the $50,000 per year should have been just because you housed me for 20 years. That still doesn't address the wrongdoing that you did to get me where I'm at,
Exactly. Yep. So then we had Seasons and Chef Top 10 Hip Hop Quotes. And we hope y'all enjoyed those. And also enjoyed tonight's show.
That's right.
And don't forget, y'all, we still got 25% off all merch at the DBCHEFTV gift shop until January 5th at midnight 2026. And then don't forget to check out 1016 Self-Sustainability by Ali Dawood at www.bksoulfarm.com. Link is in the description for all that stuff, y'all. We want to thank y'all for pulling up tonight. Leave a comment section. Let us know if it's anything y'all want us to talk about. And then any other type of comments, we're going to share it. We always going to respond to your comments and hit you back in the act. And everybody have a peaceful, positive, and productive rest of your weekend. And we'll see y'all next time right here on Brunch with the Fellas. Myself, Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, and Cold
Seasons.
There
I gotta
we go.
get that. I gotta get my. I want to do my outro like you did my intro. So I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna do it.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I might have to get some help from you. You know what I'm saying? So,
We're gonna practice. So next time when we come back,
yeah,
we look like we practiced.
Right? That's right. That's right.
All right. Good night, y'all. Till next time. Peace.
Peace.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So bksoulfarm.com, 1016 160 self-sustainability. jump on a list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
It's the most wonderful time of the year again, where families make new memories, share old memories, and celebrate the new year. So visit the DBCHEFTV gift shop for the best stocking stuffers to add to your holiday cheer. Enjoy 25% off our entire site now through January 5th, 2026. At the Veteran Kettle Podcast, we thank you for your service, support, and sacrifice to our country. Listen to real stories of adversity and triumph as we give our best to honor our vets. Subscribe today and watch episodes now streaming on YouTube at TVK Podcast, The Veteran Kettle. Love ain't always easy, and we won't stop until we get it right. So bring that ass to the Love Speak Podcast. Subscribe today and let your love speak at TLS Podcast, The Love Speak, now streaming on YouTube. If it's Friday night and you don't have a date, then Brunch with the Fellas is your spot, so don't be late. We go up at 9 p.m. with the trending topic news. Smash the like, comment, subscribe, and share the content. Don't be rude at Brunch Fellas, now streaming on YouTube. Exchange insights Sundays at 8 p.m. East Coast time with the Cigar Panel, smoking on words like two big nerds, hosted by DBCHEFTV and BK Soul Farm at Cigar Sundays on YouTube. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so when they go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live.
Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at www.dbcheftv.com.